Hi, friends, and welcome to Soul Freedom Show with me, your host, Suzanne Alexandria, where we dive into the path to inner freedom. You know, I spent a lot of decades actually not even realizing how unfree I was, how I was shackled by lots of things, including trauma and a marriage that wasn't the best for me, and belief systems that really did not serve me. And I came into realizing, whoa, this is not freedom. I'm not free, but it took a long time even to get there. So in this podcast, we talk about freedom. We talk about inner freedom, IF, and how we get there. What do we do? You have to take action, is what I know. But then it's kind of like walking along the yellow brick road, quite literally, finding gems, going through scary stuff, finding friends, finding courage, finding your heart. And it's this path to the Emerald City. But the Emerald City is not outside of you. It is right in you. It's in your heart. It's you. It's your divinity. It's so many things. So sit back, grab a cup of something, and call in if you'd like a freedom reading and listen to what we've got in store for you. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, friends. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are today. I am Suzanne Alexandria, and so happy to host a special feature today with live readings with angels. I've been doing live readings on Soul Activation Podcast for some time, and today the focus is on your team, on our angels, on the angels who love and just want us to be happy. So this podcast is about helping you raise your vibration, helping you understand your connection with spirit and angels. And I would love for you to call in. The number is listed on the screen. You can also message questions through Facebook at Transformation Talk Radio. And the phone number is 800-930-2819. So I would love to get those calls started if you want. I'll be talking, channeling, and answering questions. And one of the two primary focuses are going to be if you want to know who your angels are, who is your team? Is it comprised of, sometimes it's comprised of ancestors who have transitioned. Sometimes it's comprised of archangels, ascended masters, Jesus and team. That's one of my big parts of my team. But if you want to know who your angels are, I would be so honored to help you connect. So call in if that is of a curiosity for you. Also, if you've got things going on in your life, helping people get unstuck is one of my areas of specialty. That can be in career, in relationships, in personal adventure, personal callings. A lot of people are doing vision boards this January, looking to the future, what you want. If you're stuck or you want to tweak some of that, I would love to bring your team in and help get you squared away for your vision boarding experience. And if you like any or all of this and you want more, be sure you connect with me on Facebook at Suzanne Alexandria. And get on my newsletter, especially my email list at SuzanneAlexandria.com. There's a simple sign up. I offer a number of free meditations and things. This is the only place I do free readings, though. So you're in luck today if you're listening. But I want to talk about why bother with an angel connection? We have an angel party. We're calling this an angel party. I call my team, my personal team of beloveds, I call them my A team. And I don't do many things without my A team, but I also do lots of things with guidance. And I came into this through a long path. And I did want to share a little bit about that today. Because a lot of people might think, oh, you have to be born with this special gift, or, it's only for some people. And I mean, to some extent, that's, there's parts of that that are true. But what I know to be true is that most of all, you've got to want it. And then there are ways to open. There are practices, there are energetic shifts to make, there are thought shifts. There's lots of ways that I help people facilitate that every day, because it is possible. And our bodies, our psyches, our bodies, our intuition systems are literally wired to enable this connection. But I didn't always have it turned on. I share openly that I come from a background where I spent over 20 years, and I still have a part in this in the corporate world. I lived and worked in Washington, D.C., and had no idea about what was possible. Certainly not even for me, but like, I didn't know about readings. I didn't know about this realm of spirit or energy healing. I knew of Reiki. I learned Reiki long ago, and I teach Reiki as well, because it's one of the primary tools that I know to help crack open the codes, crack open the energy, let blocks go, all that kind of thing. So when it comes to people who are really interested in connecting with angels, we start to work on a path together unique to them, based on where they are. Some people have a little refining to do. Some people have no idea, but like, you kind of know that it's something and you might want to try it. You might want to taste it from the buffet. If that's of interest, then even start with a reading. Call in today for a reading and let's get you started, or call in for a private reading. I do one-on-ones where I really go in and help you understand where you might have blocks and what you can do about that. So I just want to say that, for much of the last, for a good 2 decades or more, I didn't have any awareness of this as a gift, as an opportunity, until I went through some hard things and I started to get down on my knees and do some hard praying, and started to be guided to some people who started to open to me that, there's a lot more available. And I know a lot of y'all already know that, but I just want to say it because for some reason, there's still kind of like this weird fear about connecting with angels, and it comes from lots of past oppression and even past life things. Which I know all of that well, and I do past life readings as well. And sometimes that's necessary to go in and understand where a person's blocks come from. But the A team, the angel team, your team, is here to help you manifest your best life. Plain and simple. If you're about manifesting, if you're about making shifts, if you want to get out of stuckness, if you want to have a happier existence, that's what they're here for. They're here to help you learn and glean and like clear away your path. Mind you, I had to learn the hard way. Like, they don't really do that for you. They will do some of it. They'll certainly make it easier, but they're here to kind of be like, almost like a butler, like a guide. They're guides, obviously. They're here to help you get the knowing, the education, the understandings that you're craving, so that you can open to your own ways to talk to them, to communicate, to get messages. So no matter what you're doing, if you're craving a more consciously guided life, I say go straight to the source of consciousness, right? Go to the source of divine empowered consciousness. Break away from the mondial, the worldly beliefs, break away from old habits and old ways, and start to lean into, wow, what's a higher way? Like, go in here into your heart, go down deep into your consciousness. It's down deep in your belly. It's your gut knowing, and go up to the source of all, the source of highest love, highest vibration. And I wanted to share a couple stories. I see we have a caller already, so we'll start taking calls momentarily. But I wanted to share a couple fun stories just to get the mojo going about even why. Why do we bother? There's lots of reasons that I bother to connect with my angel team. First of all, it's to see what I can't see, to see where there are opportunities, to help me navigate, to help me get clear on what I might be missing. Because think about how spirit, our angels, have a bird's eye view of the whole universe and what I want. And they can help me. They help me navigate. They help me see. They help me know. So that's one thing. I call that co-creation, co-manifestation. I am done trying to do it all by myself because I did that for decades. And it's hard. It's hard to do it all by yourself. Some people are really successful, but mind you, even when they think they're doing it all alone, they are so not doing it all alone. I received a message from a very high profile, beloved soul. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a name from the media that you would know very well. And he passed over last year and came to me last year and said, you know, the one thing I wish is that I had known that I had all this help helping me all along. He said, I thought I was doing it alone. And he's a figure you would know from TV. I don't know. I'm not going to say his name. I don't know why, but he said, all that time I thought I was the man, and I was, but with so much help, with people praying for me, with help I didn't even know. And so he was just kind of dropping in this awareness for me that he wished he had known and acknowledged the assistance that he had making and co-creating and receiving this pretty phenomenal, magical life. And he's here with us today. Thank you. So, you know, that's even when we have our greatest successes and we're unaware, our team is always rooting for us, always wants the best for us, and is doing everything they can to lay it in front of us. But they have such a hard job when your eyes and your heart and your intuition system isn't open. Like it's like they're bonking on thick panes of glass they can't get through. So look up, look inside, be aware. And even with that, your life will change. So that's another reason. Another reason why is for keen self-mastery. You know, every person listening to this, every person that I work with wants something to be better. They want to be a better version of themselves. They want to do something in the world. They want to experience, receive, make money, have a partner they just adore and who adores them, so many things. And the self-mastery that it takes to attain that is what, for me, that's so much of what this part of my life is about now. And that is also what Spirit calls us into. It's self-mastery. How do we become the best version of ourselves? Well, so your soul knows, God knows, your team knows, Spirit knows, you know. Don't be doing that alone either, they say. Don't be doing it. Don't be trying to do it alone, because why? Why would you do it alone? It's like you want to run a marathon. You think you're going to train all by yourself with no videos from YouTube or a coach or someone to make you go to the gym and work your buns off. I mean, you're going to do that with a team, do your life with a team, and come into mastery, come into winning whatever marathon you're in for, here for, if you're here for that, do that with your A team. So that's a third or fourth reason I've lost my count, but I got it a lot of whys. And then I'll save some of the other whys. How about that? I've got at least 3 more. Why bother, or why connect? Why does your team want you to connect? So with that, Kent, I know we have a caller. I would love more callers and more messages from Facebook if you want to message in a specific question. But let's take a caller. We have Eva from California. Can we patch her in, Kent?
Yep, here she is.
Awesome. Hi, Eva. How are you?
Hi, Suzanne. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Hello, hello. Welcome to Soul Activation Podcast. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I am delighted that you called in. What's your question, darling? What would you like to know? And who would you like to talk to?
So I never had a reading before, so I'm very excited, but specifically spoke to me as who's my team? Like,
who's your team?
That's just amazing that we have all this support. So who is my team? And I'm going through some major shifts in my life. So I definitely could use some guidance and wisdom. And I really loved what you said about navigating the higher way. And self-mastery, definitely. This is one of my favorite topics. If all of that makes sense, I would love to know more.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got some time today, so let's dive in. I'll watch to see if we have other callers, but let's dive in and kind of go in order. And I think we can chop through some of this stuff. Okay. So first of all, let's call in your team. And so I'm going to make this broader for anyone listening or listening later. If you missed the live call in and you want to do a little energy shifting yourself. So Eva, because what I do is I teach my clients how to connect, and that's a process. It's what I do in my programs. I have several different courses that are part of learning how to do that more deeply. But Eva, let's work together, and others can join in too and listen in to help tune you in. And would you like me, Eva? We've got time and I feel a calling. Would you like me to help you tweak some energy, some of your chakras and such, in the interest of honing your intuitive, basically your engine, your Lamborghini engine for this? Are you still there, Eva?
Yes, please.
Okay. I always ask permission. Yeah. That's why I say. Okay. Yes. So take a few breaths. Feel free to close your eyes too, Eva, just so you can really sink into yourself, because your team is going to make themselves very present for you. And this is always a very independent kind of one-on-one way that this happens. But start to notice, and any listeners, if you want to practice this, notice how your body starts to show you any different perceptions in awareness. We've called in the highest light. We've called in your specific team. And then I'm helping as an intermediary. I'm a medium and a channel. And so I'm working here with the team. And I'm keenly focusing on your throat, Eva, and also your feet. So your chakra system is all part of what goes on to help you be aware of messaging. You have incredible neurotransmitters that help you get all kinds of messages, like the warm sun shining on your face gives you a message. Cold air gives you a message. A loud noise gives you a message. A smile from a beloved gives you a message. Spirit wants to give you also, all of you listening, messages. So one of the first things that we're doing is working with your throat chakra and also grounding you, Eva. We're working with your feet to ground you into the beloved earth energy. And that's actually something I do always first, is help people ground and plug into beloved earth energy. So you got to be kind of like a pyramid, and that's why the pyramids on the planet are, were a thing thousands of years ago. They helped people hone energetic connections, like beacons to bring in heavenly energy. So we're grounding you. Sometimes this feels kind of heavy. You might start to feel a little heavy, any listeners. That's a good thing. Feeling grounded and heavy. This is your team and your own heart opening to, think of it like a pyramid, suctioning you into a deeper connection. You've got to go deep, go inside to go up. So let's kind of play with this, Eva. Can you just share, are you feeling a little bit grounded, like heavy?
Yes, I started to feel really heavy.
Yeah, okay. It feels kind of good, right? Like it's grounding. Does it feel good to you? I hope so. It usually does.
Yes, it feels like I can feel the chair.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that's some magic. That is one of the secrets to communing, is to get grounded. So now this is for Eva specifically. I'm going to ask you, but others listening can also do this. Eva, imagine there's a door, like a fairy door on your heart, in front of your heart, but it's part of your heart space, your heart chakra. And this is where you take some action, actively open that heart portal door and notice what color it is. I like to visualize for you a fairy door. That just pops to mind for me. Let it open, because that's symbolic of your willingness to let yourself open, to be carried through to a connection that's visceral. So let that heart opening occur, and you might start to notice some more flow, a more deepening into your body of spiritual energy, of connected energy. This is your spiritual connection. So it's starting even to feel heavier, and at the same time lighter. So you're deepening into your body. And one thing I always say while we're doing this is that we came to Earth to have a beautiful, blissful experience in these bodies, in these lives. And from here, letting the light in, letting the light of heaven in, is what feels so good. We didn't come here to escape. A lot of people in the spirituality realm, want to escape because they haven't mastered this kind of deep communion on the earth. And I have gone through iterations of that. But when you learn to bring it in and sit, you know what it's like? It's kind of like the beautiful Bacchanalian or paintings from France. I always get this visual of like voluptuous women and then men having grapes in the pastures in France, like probably from the 1800s. That's the image that I often associate with this kind of communion, like just luxuriating on the earth in this light. And it's wintertime, happens to be right now here. And it's like, well, I'll just go there in my imagination to connect with the earth and open to the flow, the serenity of the flow. So your heart, what's happening is that your heart is getting recalibrated to a vibration that matches more your team. Now, this is going to be a process for you to learn to navigate. That's what I teach. And that's what I do with pretty powerful energy attunements. But notice right now, your heart, we're working with your heart chakra to essentially think of it like the meter, like a thing in an airplane where it goes left and right until it's even. I don't know what that would be called, but like evening out your heart kind of compass, your heart guidance, your heart chakra. So the next thing we're going to do energetically, we're doing a big energy attunement for you, Eva, that because you said yes, and we have time. So I'm really happy we get to do this and just also kind of demonstrate what this is like. Now we're going to work with your throat. We're going to do a little clearing. So I'm going to ask permission again. Is it all right if we do a clearing in your throat chakra?
Yes, please.
Okay. There's a purple vibration, the violet flame that I work with, that is mastered overlit by Saint Germain. And that light is already present to clear out some blockages. Think of your throat chakra as this blue lotus with thousands of petals. And we're going to blossom some more petals open. But to do that, we need to clear out some stagnant energy. So that's related. It's related to some trauma. It's related to old beliefs that most people carry that, like I said before, believe that we can't communicate with the divine in this way through our intuition. So it's kind of like that's something most people have in their DNA, in their beliefs, is like, well, that's not real, that kind of thing. So we're just going to clear out so that your lotus blossoms can open and flourish, clearing out old juju. Let's just say it's kind of big. I'm not minimizing this, but I think you catch my drift of what it is. So let your throat chakra, like as if it's a spring day, it is just billowing open, flourishing this gorgeous blue petals open around the back, front, both sides, and all around. And that is happening for you on this magnificent day. That blue light's going to cascade around you. So even this is where I'm going to get into a very specific reading for you. If there are other callers who want to call in and get this kind of adjustment, it's my great delight to do this. So the blue light is going to fall down like a waterfall around you, where it's going to adjust your energy body now into a new truth and a higher vibration. And that new truth is that I can work with my team very proactively. Like that's what you're saying yes to today. You're bringing in this belief, you're bringing in thoughts, you're bringing in the power of this activation to work with your team. So it's what I see like a waterfall of blue light going all the way down through your energy body from your throat down around your feet. And it's going to be filling in this light of the highest truth. And this is Archangel Michael, the highest truth that you are a divine beloved and that you have every right and confidence to trust and work with us as your most majestic on high team. So one of your team members, Eva, is Archangel Michael, and he is the front and center right now, helping adjust your spiritual body and your energy light body into this presence. What he does with all of us is help us with what we call our I am presence, that helps us come in and bring in our holy essence, our highest soul light into this body, into this experience. And so he is doing that right now. You might start to see gold light intermixed with the blue. His color is lapis lazuli, just delicious, lovely blue. So anyone listening to this will also be receiving. If you wish to say yes, he will also be guiding you in this as well. And he conveys to you the following, Eva. This is a reading from our beloved Archangel Michael, that he is very aware of your struggles and what you're grappling with. And one call to him will be to connect each day from a place of fulfillment. So this is kind of a specific prescription for you, but others can also do this. It's for anyone listening. Sit, ground yourself in meditation, and very, very specifically, ask Archangel Michael to adjust your vibration so that you can continue. Because when you want to be on a path of ascending your own vibration personally, so that you can commune in a deeper way with spirit, it's a process. Like I said, it's kind of like building muscles to run a marathon or lift 1,000 pounds in a barbell contest. Typically, most of us have to work a bit to adjust our energy field and our physical body. So he is saying very specifically, call him in at the start of your day in a presence of meditation and conscious communion, and ask, okay, please, Michael, let us spend this holy time, about 15 minutes, he says, to adjust my energy and to clear away old energy and to bring in new. And if you follow this sacred prescription, what I do when I work with my clients is I have a Reiki RX that I hand them at the end of a session, a Reiki prescription. If you follow this prescription, he's saying, you will move into mastery of your energy in a profound way. So that is that's the biggest prescription from Archangel Michael. Before we move on, Eva, to your other team members, do you have any questions, or tell me what you're sensing?
So what I sensed is when you worked on my heart chakra, I felt my crown chakra open.
Beautiful.
So this was very interesting. And when I put myself on mute, because when you worked on my throat chakra, I started to cough.
Oh yeah, that happens. I'm glad you muted. Thank you. Get that junk out of there.
Yeah. And I could definitely feel a shift. I also got very emotional, as you brought up, Michael.
Okay, good. That's always a sign. I'm glad you say that. And I bless that. Thank you for sharing. It's a sign when you feel emotions that what you're hearing and getting is a truth. If you begin to cry often, you've just opened to a deeper truth, is the way that usually is. Same with getting goosebumps or God bumps. Beautiful. So have you known a connection with Michael? Can I ask that? Have you known that before or been aware?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, he's pleased now that you know him. I'd be happy to teach you more. He comes with Eva with a red rose. Oh, it's almost like on The Bachelor, like, here, a rose, like, I'm glad we know each other now. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That it's not like you're dating, it's just the acknowledgement that here, beloved, I'm here with you. Let's really connect. Let's really connect. So he adheres to your, here's his message. He'll adhere to your schedule on this. What you want to do, he'll assist you with. Okay. But you're in the driver's seat. You get, the angels don't they don't make you meditate. They're not going to make you do anything. But when you ask, when you sit, when you consciously pray and connect, he'll be there instantaneously. They appear instantaneously, and rest assured, you may trust that that adjustments and will occur. Now, I'm glad you brought up the whole thing about the crown, because the way it works is when we open the heart and we ground, it is like a suction cup. It's like a syringe. When you draw in fluid into a syringe, it's like that. Like you're drawing literally your source light in through your body. And that's why, Eva, your crown opened to accommodate that. It's all very mechanical. That's why I'm an energy engineer. It's quite a mechanical process. And I get really geeky about it. It's also quite magical, and I can't really even fathom what's truly going on. But so I use words like, it's like a suction cup, but it is. It's like it's bringing in your I am presence into your heart, and then your heart is your guide. So, so Eva, any questions about any of this so far?
Not about this, thank you.
Okay, let me tell you who a few more of your team are. Of course, right away when Michael showed the red rose, that was beckoning a gift to you. Spirit loves to give us gifts like that. And please ask for gifts, they say. Ask us for magical gifts like feathers or, pennies or dimes. One of my dear beloved friends, every time she finds a dime, she knows that it's from her grandmother. And when I needed it most, I used to find dimes from her grandmother too. So ask for those kinds of magical gifts. They say they do everything they can to get our attention. So with the red rose, Eva, it's a calling, it's a gift from Michael, but what he's doing and showing is he's ushering in the beloved presence of Mother Mary. She's another high angel presence who I work very closely with, and she also is your team. She's your Mother Mary for you is your overlighting divine feminine holy angelic presence now. I'm just going to let that be known through your system today. She brings 1,000 pink roses to flourish around you and bestow you the knowing that she too is your countenance. She is with you always. And let these 1,000 roses fill your energy's field with the perceptions that you receive with this. This is adjusting your energy, body, and your throat, your heart, to her connection with you. And what a mighty, mighty gift and blessing this is. She is known as the Queen of Heaven. She's filling your energy field, Eva, with this rose infusion of light. And those of you listening are also receiving her blessing. Pink, light pink roses are nurturing your body and your mind and your spirit connection. It's so soft. And the rose is her rose, it's her scent, it's her flower, it's her emblem. And this is like a salve, she says, for your wounds, beloved. She bestows a salve of peace and of the most holy, loving light through your limbs, through your body, through your energy. And you are in beautiful receiving of this. So simply let that be for you and listeners. Deepening into that heaviness and the salve that restores the light to harmony. This is the light of grace, the light of peace, the light of the highest love that restores all to peace, to unconditional love, to the knowing that all is well, all is well, all is well, and always shall be. She's infusing your root chakra, and then up to your sacral chakra for all listening, and then your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, temple, and your crown chakras. She's aligning. It's like bands, ribbons, pink ribbons of the Mother Mary light infused through you, attuning you to the purest, holy love light that there is available, the mother light, the mother love. And that's weaving through, interlacing in your fields. Let it soften, let yourself soften in her love. Let yourself weep if you're weeping. Let yourself know this high, pure love. The place, the kind of love where all is holy. This is a holy encounter with divine love. And it is our deepest blessing that each of you listening to this broadcast, this recording, know this or begin to know this in a brand new way. The archangels are mighty victors in this game of life, and they're saying that because they're a reflection of you all, and they want you also to be a mighty victor, valiant in your life's callings and in your connections within yourself. This connection occurs within you. You are a temple. You are a temple. Your flame burns so bright. You're the Savior you're waiting for. And the angels on high, the archangels and the ascended masters, bring you to the knowing that this connection is yours. And you're the one you've been waiting for. Okay, so I want to be respectful. We've introduced you, Eva, to two of your team, and they are showing that they're the ones making themselves known to you at this day, on this day. And beloved, you are so wholly blessed. So let yourself sit with this and absorb. You've gotten an incredible energy adjustment right now. And give yourself and anyone else receiving it, if you're sensing this, let yourself sit in quiet reception for a few moments or even longer to assimilate. When I do these kinds of attunements, it's a big one, I'm just saying, and it can take time to assimilate. Give yourself the biggest expression of your own self-love and sit and receive. If you feel like taking a salt bath or being outside in nature to receive the coming into balancing, then that will be most loving to yourself. And Eva, do reach out to me through SuzanneAlexandria.com, or you can find me on Facebook if you seek assistance further. Because I feel like the journey is only just beginning for you. And perhaps for us, I would love to assist you further, but now you've got some tools and some energy to work with. So if you want, go ahead and hop back on the line and let me know how you're doing. And if you can't, that's okay. I'll just wait a minute.
Thank you so much. This is a lot.
Yeah,
I really need a little time to integrate. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope you
But
can
this is
allow
wonderful.
yourself to. Okay. Allow yourself to ground this in. The angels are taking care of you. You're going to be assimilating. So the best thing you can do is sit with this for a time. I hope you don't have to go back to work.
No.
Okay. All right, beloved.
No,
let's be in touch.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling. I send a big heart.
Thank
Love you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, everyone. You're listening to Soul Activation Podcast. I'm Suzanne Alexandria. And Kent, I think we have another caller.
Yep, we got Shernice from New York.
Okay. Hi, Shernice. Welcome, beloved. I know Shernice. Shernice,
hello?
Are you there? Hi. Hello, Angel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I couldn't hear you for a moment. Sorry.
Oh, it's the vibe. Oh, how are you doing? Do you want a little zhuzh, or what's your question?
So my question is, I am at a place in my life where I actually feel kind of on fire. It feels wonderful. I feel like things are shifting for me business-wise and trusting in myself with regards to abundance. And I can feel myself opening up in ways that are beautiful. But one of the things that I would like to partner with that is a softening into myself, a softening into my heart that most of my life have deprioritized self-care. And I know for a fact that it's possible for me to focus on things and get very busy, and then just, the listening to my body goes out the door, the going to sleep early goes out the door. And so I would just love some zhuzhing, some energetic zhuzhing with helping just to help make it easier for me to do that. And then also if you have any guidance, just so that I prioritize me in all of this, because I do understand that it is the light within that is more important than anything. Mm-hmm. I understand that logically, but working on the embodying of that.
Yeah, so it's more like your question is tactical, right? How?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
Would you say that again? You got very fuzzy for a
second.
Yeah,
it's like you have the components, but it's kind of a tactical question. How? It seems. How do you
Yes.
You need some rigor about your daily work is what I'm getting. And we have our beloved Raphael with you. So Raphael brings in this golden emerald light of the bounteous love that he is. And he's ensconcing you you look like a Christmas tree ornament, the old-fashioned simple balls that's pure emerald green. He's filling your whole field with that. Okay, so we're going to adjust some of your proprioception points. I don't even know what that is. Proprioception. I think that's some kind of I forget what, intake system. Okay. So Shernice, when you go about your day, how are you talking to yourself?
Well, lately, today I definitely have been like giving myself more high fives and like supporting myself and like, oh my God, you did this. So I'm definitely trusting on my angels more. So going through the workday is much easier. Trying to think what else I do. So like if I'm creating copy for a product, I'll remind myself, hey, you work pretty closely with the angels. Why are you creating trust for yourself? But it's still the things like, when I'm like, if I'm cooking some food in the kitchen and I have a heart pain, it's very rare for me to like sit down and breathe and talk to my body and give myself 20 minutes or whatever. I'm like, I want to know what my body wants to tell me now. I don't have time. So I don't know if that answers your question at all.
Yeah,
I can try again if that would help.
It's helpful because I'm quite sure listeners, jive with some of that or all of it. But what I get is you've got like, I actually think you're fair. What I'm getting is that you're fairly okay with self-care, but something that like you need to switch the language, and any of you listeners can also take this as you wish. Here's the question, and you've probably heard this before, but this is a very specific prescription. What's the most loving thing I can do for myself at this moment?
Beautiful.
Okay, everyone write that down. What's the most loving thing I can do for myself at this moment? That's where you're falling short, because it's one thing to take a salt bath for self-care like that, but it's another thing to get really clear. What do I need to be doing to love myself even more radically? I'm starting to call it radical self-love. What's the most loving thing I can do for myself right now? And frankly, sometimes, like for someone who runs a business like you do, that is to work on your business. That sometimes that is to crank out some amazing, posts or what have you, or to put your course together. Sometimes the most radically loving thing is to make a living, to heighten your life experience. So it gets us out of the realm of, like pampering is not what we're talking about. We all need to do that. But also, what's the most loving 3 things I do for myself on this day? So if you would actually start your day, Shernice, and listeners too, but this is really specific. If you would wake up and ask that question and write those 3 things down, I think you'll get them from Raph, and you'll ask Raphael for specifically, and you'll be shocked at what comes, because you know how to connect and you're already connected, but you're not asking the right questions. You are not asking specific questions that they can help you with. You're kind of still trying to do it on your own, aren't you?
Yes. Lately, a little, I've been involving them more, but it's always been many years of me doing it on my own. So
I know, like considering that you're an Archangel channel. I mean,
yeah.
And I mean, I'm just saying because others relate, and so do I. But what they're showing is when you ask it like this, what are the 3 most loving things I can do for myself today? Be open to some surprises. And then ask for help, because those are definitely going to be things to do in your business. They'll also be other things. Like it's going to be, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what comes out. And you might even ask for 5 things. So if you will, that alone will help you with your rigor, and you've got to write it down in your daily planner. Like those are the things you write on a note card for the day, or write down in your planner for the day, and you get to work on those things. Okay. Like, cause that's going to help you with some structure, which is one thing that will be super helpful.
Beautiful.
Do you feel how that's grounding you?
Awesome.
It's like anchoring you in your power, in your solar plexus. It's like you're navigating and you're asking what are the best things for me to do, and then, oh yeah, please help me with that. I think first, mostly this is because this is going to keep you aligned with your purpose. You know, when you ask from the place of love, what's the best thing, then it's all because it's going to keep you in alignment with what you're up to and your purpose. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, sister. I love you. I have to wrap up my podcast, but I'm so delighted that you called, and I love you, and let me know how that goes.
We'll talk Thank soon. You so much. Love you too.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Well, can't we? We're nearing the end now. So I just want to wrap this up with a thank you to listeners. And if you're interested in your own readings, then please visit me at SuzanneAlexandria.com. I do one-on-one readings. And I also offer group readings too. You can message me to set those up if you have a group of friends and you want to bring friends together in a certain way, like a book club or a group of friends. I love to do that, and we can set that up virtually or here in person, or I'll travel if the price is right. But reach out if you're interested in connecting with your own A-team, if you're interested in understanding what blocks you from that and what you might get cleared. And anything else, I offer an array of programs and classes, and I would just love to see you if you are on that path, but you need a guide, because that's who I am. Find me at SuzanneAlexandria.com and friend me on Instagram and Facebook. So this is a beautiful ending to this version of Soul Activation Podcast. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Namaste. To me, this path of healing and enlightenment is this immaculate process of finding all the parts of us that have been lost and hidden and even taken, and then very masterfully and lovingly recombining ourselves, coming into our true self, and then all of a sudden realizing, oh my gosh, I'm home. Thank you for listening to Soul Activation Podcast. For more information about me, visit SuzanneAlexandria.com. Tune in every second and fourth Monday, 2 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern at TransformationTalkRadio.com.